How's it going, you guys? So in this video, I'm going to be talking a little bit about what type of supplements I take. I've been asked this quite frequently, especially by a couple of people in my comments lately, new people, new subscribers that haven't been following me too long. And I believe in particular they're asking me this because I've been following a ketogenic / carnivore diet on and off for about 2 years now. And I've just tried a couple of weeks of carb experiments just to see if I need carbs for athletic performance, and I found every time that carbs don't really make a huge difference as long as I get my sodium on track and I'm eating enough food to recover from my workouts. So right off the bat, what supplements do I take on a regular basis? Pretty much the only supplements that I take are salt. And salt technically isn't really a supplement, but the way that we use salt on a low carb diet is definitely more like a supplement, because we basically add about half a teaspoon of salt to our water every couple of hours to maintain electrolyte balance. And so other than that, I don't really use any supplements at all on a regular basis. I find as long as I have my nutrition on track, supplements are not really necessary. So pretty much I have tried a variety of different experiments with different supplements. Obviously, that's a lot of what my channel is about, reviewing different supplements. You know, I've in the last year, I have done approximately 4 months of reishi mushroom and ashwagandha, and that was earlier. That was from December of 2019 until about April or May of this year, 2020. So that was a good, I don't know, 5 months or so of straight ashwagandha and reishi. But that was just an experiment, you know. And after that, I did mucuna for about 1 month as an experiment. And so, you know, you could always go back and watch those videos. Just search my channel name and then whatever supplement, mucuna or ashwagandha or reishi, you'll find a lot of videos about those experiments. After the mucuna experiment in June, I took all of July where I just didn't do any supplements at all. And I pretty much have not really been supplementing with anything other than salt, and then occasionally magnesium, like if I feel like I am under a lot of stress and I need help sleeping, but that's not very regularly. I found that theanine also definitely helps with sleep and other things like that. Helps me relax. But again, that's not like a regular thing. That's mostly if I use a lot of caffeine or something. But I find as long as I keep my caffeine intake to a couple cups of coffee or some tea or some yerba mate, and I'm not drinking isolated caffeine supplements, I don't really need theanine. But theanine definitely can help sleep. Let's see. You know, so I guess if you want to consider caffeine a supplement, because I mean technically it is, I might drink about, I don't know, like a cup of coffee in the morning, and that's usually my breakfast. So that's about 4 tablespoons of ground coffee bean. So, you know, because a lot of people, they say, oh, a couple cups of coffee, but that can mean a lot of different things as far as the amount of caffeine you're actually taking in. So what matters is the amount of coffee grinds that you're taking in. And so for me, that's usually 4 tablespoons of coffee grinds per cup of coffee. And I blend that with, you know, 2 or 3 raw eggs. Lately I've been doing just the egg yolks, and then a couple tablespoons of heavy cream. And then I have been adding a couple, like 1 or 2 scoops of whey protein, approximately 20 to 40 grams with my breakfast. And that's pretty much my breakfast. And that's the closest thing to a supplement that I'll get. And I'll take like a half a teaspoon of salt before that. What was I gonna say? You know, but I'm removing the dairy as of lately, just to see If it makes a difference in my sinuses, I believe that I get inflamed sinuses when I eat dairy. So I'm just going to experiment with that again. And again, lately I've been experimenting with vitamin C supplements, and I've been kind of like iffy about whether they're helping or not, or what. I think that they do increase like energy, motivation, mental clarity, and kind of calm me down a bit, but I'm still not sure. So also I take bone meal. So I do take bone meal, but I consider that more of like an essential food rather than a supplement, because bone meal has boron, strontium, it has calcium, phosphorus, a wide variety of minerals that are essential and that most people don't get from their diet. And I don't think that I absorb the calcium in dairy the way that I do from bone meal. I notice when I take bone meal, I feel like a balancing effect, but dairy doesn't seem to give me that. So that's interesting. And then occasionally I'll take some collagen or something, or some gelatin. But again, I think of those are as food. I take some liver. I have a couple pounds of liver in my freezer, and I'll eat 4 ounces, sometimes every day, sometimes every other day. I just make sure I get it in on a fairly regular basis, especially if I feel like it. And I was supplementing with vitamin D, adding vitamin D in my coffee, but that's just because of the studies that came out showing a causal link between vitamin D status and COVID outcomes. But the thing is, I do take cod liver oil now. Again, it's not something that I think I need. None of these things are things I take on a consistent basis. Again, these are just experiments. When I did go off all the supplements and all the herbs and things and just focus on my nutrition, I've actually found I feel better without anything. And it's very interesting how much money I've spent on herbs and supplements and all sorts of things for so long, when I seem to feel best without any of that nonsense. So so I mean, I don't really take anything on a regular basis. As long as I have my 2 pounds of meat, I'm generally good. I try to take bone meal on a regular basis, and lately I've been taking cod liver oil, which has vitamin D and vitamin A in it. So yeah, so leave your questions and comments down below. I hope that answered your curiosity. I mean, I was taking Siberian ginseng for a while. There's a lot of things that I've kind of messed with on and off, but nothing that I've and then I was taking 5-HTP for a while, and it seemed to have an antidepressant effect, but I don't think I need it. Tyrosine I take every now and then, and it's good, but I don't need any of these things. And a lot of people, they think they need something like an herb or something, but in reality they need to just get the basics down. And even people on keto and carnivore diets, they don't get enough salt is what their problem is. Read the salt fix. If you're trying to figure out, what am I missing on a carnivore diet, or what am I missing on a keto diet, you're probably missing salt, and probably calcium as well, and maybe vitamin C. Read the salt fix, get enough salt in, try to get a minimum of 3 grams, but try to aim for more like 5 grams of sodium a day. So that's about 3 teaspoons a day of salt. And experiment with 1,000 milligrams of vitamin C 3 times a day. Try that and see if it helps you. Also, about 1 teaspoon of bone meal a day. Try that as well, and you should notice a drastic benefit, no matter what diet you're on, really. A lot of people are missing those nutrients. Salt, calcium, and vitamin C, they make a huge difference on any diet you follow, really. So leave your question, comments down below, and I'll talk to y'all next time.